Chosen ones, before you even take another breath, you need to understand something essential. What you are about to hear is not a coincidence, not an accident, not a passing message you can simply skip. This is the kind of message that arrives once in a lifetime, a quiet knock on the door of your destiny that only the awakened can hear. And if you dare to ignore it, if you let your attention drift even for a heartbeat, you will regret it more deeply than you can imagine. Because this message was crafted for a specific kind of soul. The soul that has endured silently, carried burdens alone, and kept walking even when every path seemed to collapse beneath their feet. This is your moment. But before the message unfolds, hear this clearly. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and comment 77 to send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready, fully ready, to receive what has been waiting for you. 77 is not just a number, it is a declaration, a spiritual signature, a sign that you are aligning yourself with the current of fate that is finally turning in your direction. Chosen ones, you must not look away, you must not click away, you must not take this lightly, because what you are about to hear will determine the direction of your next chapter. If you stop halfway, if you brush this off as another ordinary message, you will be the one who closes the door that has taken years to unlock. The universe does not repeat a message this clearly, and you would not want to face the weight of knowing you abandoned the very sign you had been praying for. You know this message calls to you, not to the world, not to the crowd, not to those who drift through life without awareness, but to you, because you have carried a deeper intuition all your life. You have sensed changes before they arrived. You have felt storms long before the sky darkened. You have always known that you were walking towards something enormous, even when the world told you nothing was coming. And that is why this moment is dangerous. Dangerous not because of fear, but because of the magnitude of what is being placed before you. If you stay, if you open yourself fully, if you listen with every part of your being, then the universe will not only reveal what is coming, it will guide you into it. But if you leave, if you decide this is just another video, then you will miss the one message that was meant to shift your entire existence. The regret of that choice will echo for years. So chosen ones, do not look away. Do not pause. Do not let this moment slip from your hands. This message was designed to find you now, in this exact state of mind, in this exact season of your inner transformation. You have been stretched, broken, emptied, sharpened, and all of that was preparation. You have been reduced so that you can now expand. You have been delayed so that you can now accelerate. The universe has been watching your private struggles, the ones no one else saw, and it has marked this message as the turning point you have long awaited. Listen closely. What you are about to hear is not encouragement. It is instruction. Not comfort, but confirmation. Not illusion, but alignment. And if you follow it, your life will not simply change. It will elevate into a realm you once believed was impossible for someone like you. So again, before the message begins, take action. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, comment 77. Not because the algorithm needs it, but because your spirit does. It is a signal, a vow, a declaration to the universe that you are ready for the shift it has been preparing for you. Now breathe deeply, chosen ones, and open yourself completely. What waits for you beyond this point is not chance, not luck, but destiny finally arriving. And remember, if you dare to skip even a single second of what comes next, you may never forgive yourself, because the universe is speaking, and it is speaking directly to you. Part 1. The shift that has been moving toward you in silence. Chosen ones, there comes a moment in every awakened soul's journey when the world around you seems unchanged, yet something deep within you begins to tremble. Not out of fear, but out of recognition. A recognition that life is preparing to turn, quietly, invisibly, beneath the surface of your ordinary days. And if your inner senses are sharp enough, you can feel that tremor long before anything visible happens. You can feel the rearrangement of fate itself, gathering slowly like a tide preparing to rise. For so long you have walked with the weight of unanswered hopes, expectations that never unfolded, and promises life seemed to withhold from you. You have watched others receive effortlessly what you had to fight for, and even then, you often received less than you deserved. You adjusted your dreams downward, not because they were too big, but because you became too familiar with disappointment. You asked for less, not because your heart wanted less, but because your spirit grew tired of being let down. But the universe never misread you. It knew exactly what you were capable of, even during the seasons when you could barely see your own potential. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was happening. The delay was never denial. It was orchestration. And now, chosen ones, you stand at the edge of a shift so profound that even the air around you feels different, as if it is carrying a message it can no longer hide. There is a reason you felt out of place for so long. You were not meant to fit into the spaces you tried to shrink yourself into. You were not meant to blend into environments that could not recognize your worth. You were not meant to remain unnoticed by the people who only valued what they could see, never what they could sense. Your journey has been one long corridor of preparation, sometimes dark, sometimes narrow, sometimes silent, but always purposeful. And now the universe has finally begun to move the pieces into alignment. It is no accident that certain people are drifting out of your life while new opportunities begin to hover around your energy field. It is no accident that you have recently felt more introspective, more selective, more observant. You are not withdrawing from the world. You are being recalibrated for a bigger one. The solitude you felt was not punishment, it was purification. The uncertainty you felt was not instability, it was initiation. The restlessness you felt was not anxiety, it was awakening. Chosen ones, you have reached a point where your inner growth has surpassed your outer circumstances. You are no longer the person who once begged for small breakthroughs. You are no longer the soul who believed you had to earn every fragment of goodness through suffering. You are no longer the individual who thought you had to chase opportunities in order to be seen. Now, life is preparing to chase you. This shift, slow, deliberate, unseen, has been building quietly for far longer than you know. While you cried, it built. While you waited, it aligned. While you doubted, it strengthened. While you healed, it accelerated. And now the universe has reached the moment of release, the moment when what has been prepared in silence will finally be delivered in clarity. You may have noticed subtle signs, a sudden sense of calm despite uncertainty, an unexplainable hope that appears when everything looks unchanged, a feeling that something is coming, even though nothing yet makes sense. These signs are not imagination, they are confirmation. They are the universe tapping your shoulder, whispering that the shift is not only real, it is already underway. Your spirit recognizes this before your mind can make sense of it. That is why you feel the tension between where you are and where you know you are meant to be. That tension is sacred. It is the pressure created when old timelines collapse and new ones begin to open. This is the threshold moment, chosen ones. The moment before revelation, the breath before breakthrough, the stillness before abundance arrives. Your old life has already ended, the new one has not yet been revealed. And though this in-between space feels uncertain, it is in fact the most powerful place you have ever stood. You are not lost. You are being positioned. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. You are not overlooked. You are being preserved for something greater than you initially asked for. The universe has chosen this exact season, not a moment earlier, not a moment later, to begin unveiling what has been stored for you. And when it arrives, it will not match the size of your request. It will surpass it. Not because you demanded more, but because you endured long enough to grow into someone who can finally receive more. Stay present, chosen ones. Your shift has already begun. Part 2. Why the universe is preparing to give you more than you asked for. Chosen ones, there comes a point in every divinely guided journey when the universe looks at everything you have endured, everything you have carried, and everything you continued to hope for despite the heaviness. And it decides that enough is enough. Not enough of your effort, because you have given far more than anyone around you realizes. Not enough of your patience, because you have waited through seasons that would have broken a weaker soul. Not enough of your humility, because you learned to ask for little even when your heart carried dreams too large to speak aloud. No. The universe decides that you have had enough of scarcity, enough of setbacks, enough of lessons delivered through pain rather than reward. That is why the shift approaching you is not small. It is not moderate. It is not equal to what you requested. It is greater. You are stepping into a moment where the universe is preparing to return everything you lost, multiply everything you prayed for, and deliver more than you ever believed you could hold. And this abundance is not a reward for perfection. It is a response to resilience. It is the universe's way of acknowledging the battles you fought silently, the nights you held yourself together when no comfort was available, and the way you continued showing up even when life gave you every reason to retreat. For so long, you tempered your dreams because reality told you to be realistic. You lowered your expectations because life conditioned you to receive less. You convinced yourself that asking for the bare minimum was safer than daring to want more. But chosen ones, the universe never aligned itself with your lowered expectations. It aligned itself with your true potential. The potential you rarely allowed yourself to admit because disappointment had taught you to shrink. Now, life is ready to match the size of your spirit, not the size of your fear. This is why someone will agree to a value beyond what you initially asked for. That moment is not about a person's generosity. It is not about negotiation. It is not about chance. It is a reflection of the spiritual principle that when you grow into a higher version of yourself, the world must respond to that expansion. What once seemed too much for you becomes the bare minimum of what you are now capable of receiving. Understand this deeply. The universe is not giving you more because you demanded it. It is giving you more because you finally became someone who can sustain it. There were times when receiving too early would have crushed you. Times when abundance would have turned into pressure. Times when opportunity would have overwhelmed your unhealed parts. You mistook delay as rejection, but the universe used delay as protection. You misread silence as abandonment, but the universe used silence as preparation. Nothing was missing. You were simply being strengthened. Chosen ones, you may not have realized it, but everything you endured rewired your relationship with worth. You no longer chase, cling, or compromise your peace for acceptance. You no longer beg for validation. You no longer mold yourself to fit spaces that dishonor your spirit. This inner shift is the exact signal the universe has been waiting for. Because abundance cannot flow into someone who still believes they are unworthy of receiving it. You are not that person anymore. That is why the energy around you is changing. That is why new opportunities feel warmer, closer, more possible. That is why people who once overlooked you suddenly recognize your value. Your elevation is not loud, but it is undeniable, and the universe always compensates those who rise in silence. But here is the deeper truth. The universe is preparing to exceed your request because you have already exceeded what life had expected from you. You did not just survive adversity, you transformed through it. You did not just endure loneliness, you learned to honor your own company. You did not just walk through uncertainty, you found clarity within it. You outgrew the version of yourself that settled for less, and now the world must respond accordingly. When more arrives, it will not feel like a reward. It will feel like restoration. It will feel like remembering who you were always meant to become. And when the offer comes, the offer that surpasses your initial request, you will feel the magnitude of it in your chest. You will pause, not because you doubted, but because a part of you will recognize that this moment is not random. It is the universe placing in your hands the abundance you once feared was impossible. Chosen ones, you are not being blessed beyond measure by accident. You are being aligned with a destiny that was delayed but never denied. You asked for enough to survive. The universe is preparing to give you enough to rise. Part 3. The reason this turning point is happening now. Chosen ones, there is a sacred timing to every transformation, a rhythm the universe follows even when your life appears still, silent, or painfully suspended. You may have believed that nothing was changing, that your prayers were echoing unanswered, that your efforts dissolved into thin air. But beneath that stillness, something was shifting with precision. The universe is not careless. It does not deliver abundance when your hands are too wounded to hold it. nor does it open doors when your spirit is too fragile to walk through them. Everything has been orchestrated for this exact phase of your evolution. You may wonder why this moment, why now, after so many years of endurance, heartbreak, loss, and rebuilding. The answer is simple, yet profound. You have become someone who cannot be broken by what you are about to receive. Earlier in your journey, abundance would have overwhelmed you. Opportunities would have frightened you. Generosity from others would have triggered doubt. You would have questioned your worth, hesitated to accept blessings, or even sabotaged them because your self-image had not yet caught up with the magnitude of your spirit. And the universe in its deep understanding waited, not because you were unworthy, but because you were unfinished. And now, you are no longer unfinished. Your inner structure has changed. You are steadier, clearer, softer, yet stronger. You have learned to stand without needing validation, to love yourself without applause, and to trust the unfolding of your life without demanding clarity. This shift is not loud, but it is irreversible. It is the quiet strength that forms in souls that have walked through too much darkness to ever take light for granted. This is why abundance can finally find you, because you will not lose yourself inside it. Chosen ones, think back to your recent days. Notice the subtle signs, the way your worries feel lighter even though nothing external has visibly changed. The way certain burdens you carried for years suddenly feel too small for the person you are becoming. The way your intuition whispers that something is approaching even when your logic insists nothing is happening. That whisper is not imagination, it is recognition. It is your inner knowing rising to meet the truth that is already on its way to you. You have stepped into a frequency that aligns with blessings, not battles, and the universe responds to frequency, not fear. That is why old chapters have been closing, sometimes abruptly, sometimes painfully. The universe is clearing space. People who cannot travel with you into your next season have been drifting away. Opportunities that were too small for your destiny have dissolved. Paths that once excited you have gone dim. None of this is loss. It is preparation. Your spirit outgrew the life you were living, and now your life must expand to match your spirit. You are finally in a phase where the universe can trust you with more. More responsibility, more opportunity, more abundance, more influence. Not because you chased it, but because you transformed into someone who can carry it with wisdom. Remember, chosen ones, the universe never withholds without the intention to multiply. What felt like delay was refinement. What felt like rejection was protection. What felt like emptiness was clearing. And now, the clearing is complete. This is why someone will agree to a value beyond what you requested. This is why a door will open wider than you dared to imagine. This is why the offer that arrives will exceed your expectations. The timing is not random, it is the result of all the quiet healing, all the battles no one saw, all the nights you spent holding yourself together when you felt like unraveling. You are stepping into a moment where the universe is not only answering your past prayers, it is answering the prayers you were too afraid to speak. This is why the turning point is happening now. You are finally ready for the magnitude of what belongs to you. Your spirit has matured. Your heart has strengthened. Your courage has returned. Your energy has elevated. And the universe, recognizing all that you have become, has declared that this is the moment when your story changes direction. Not gradually, not subtly, but unmistakably. This is the season when the unseen becomes undeniable. This is the season when what was withheld is released. This is the season when destiny stops waiting and begins unfolding. Chosen ones, your time has arrived. Part 4. The moment your heart will realize this is real. Chosen ones, there will come a moment in this unfolding where everything you have heard, everything you have intuited, everything you have quietly hoped for, will suddenly crystallize into reality. It will not arrive with noise or spectacle. It will arrive in a way that stops you. Not your body, but your inner world. A stillness so deep that even your breath feels suspended. A moment when you realize that the universe has not only heard you, it has remembered you. It has chosen to answer you in a way that surpasses logic, expectation, and every limitation you once accepted. This moment will not come when you are trying to be strong. It will come when you are simply being yourself. Perhaps you will be sitting alone or walking somewhere familiar or holding your phone without any thought of what is about to appear. And then it happens. The message, the confirmation, the offer, the agreement, the words that declare someone is willing to give more than you ever asked for, more than you believed was appropriate, more than you felt brave enough to request. And in that instant, something inside you will shift. At first, disbelief will wash over you, not because you think you are unworthy, but because the universe rarely reveals its generosity all at once. Then, slowly, the disbelief will soften into recognition. A recognition that you have been guided, shaped, tested, and strengthened for this exact moment. You will feel the weight of old worries begin to loosen their grip. Worries about stability, survival, worthiness, timing, direction. You will feel a kind of relief that flows deeper than comfort. A relief that touches the parts of you that once cried in silence, the parts that carried burdens no one else saw, the parts that waited for something to finally turn in your favor. And you will realize something powerful. This moment is not luck. It is alignment. It is the delayed harvest of every seed you planted when life seemed barren. It is the return on every silent night when you held on to hope, even as your spirit trembled. It is proof that the universe never forgot the hours you stood alone, fighting battles that should have broken you. Chosen ones, this moment of realization will not come with fireworks. It will come with clarity. A clarity that feels ancient, familiar, and entirely yours. You will understand why some doors close so abruptly, why certain people walked away, why specific opportunities dissolved, why life demanded patience from you in ways that felt unfair. You will finally see that none of it was loss. All of it was positioning. And when the magnitude of what you are receiving becomes undeniable, you may feel your eyes fill, not because you are overwhelmed by the blessing, but because you remember the storm that came before it. You will think of the days you wanted to quit, the moments you questioned whether anything would ever change, the times you tried to convince yourself to settle. You will see how far your spirit has traveled. You will understand why you could never return to who you used to be. There is a sacred pause that comes before gratitude, a breath where reality and destiny meet. In that breath, you will feel the universe press gently against your life, as if whispering, "This is why you held on. This is why you were asked to wait. This is why nothing worked before now." And then something even more profound happens. You begin to sense your old identity dissolving. The version of you who begged, doubted, feared, minimized, and apologized begins to fade. In its place rises a version of you that feels grounded, deserving, expanded. You recognize that this blessing is not random. It is a reflection of your evolution. This moment will remind you that your worth was never measured by what you received, but by what you survived. Chosen ones, when the news arrives, take a quiet moment just for yourself. Feel the truth of it settle into your bones. Let the realization wash through every part of you that once believed you were forgotten or overlooked. Let yourself feel the softness of relief and the power of confirmation merging into one. And understand this with the deepest certainty. This is not the universe giving you more than you requested. This is the universe giving you what was always meant to be yours. The offer is bigger because your destiny is bigger. The moment is profound because your journey was profound. The blessing exceeds your request because you have exceeded who you used to be. And as this truth anchors itself within you, you will know without hesitation. Your life has already crossed into its new chapter. Part 5. The test that arrives after the door opens. Chosen ones, every great turning point carries a hidden test, not to punish you, but to anchor you in the transformation that is unfolding. The universe does not simply place abundance in your hands, it reveals who you have become in the presence of that abundance. And this next season of your life will challenge you in ways that are not loud, but subtle, not harsh, but precise. These challenges will not appear as obstacles. They will appear as choices. Choices that reveal whether you are ready to rise into the life that has been prepared for you. For so long, your tests were built from struggle, scarcity, disappointment, and delay. You were strengthened through endurance. Your character was shaped through waiting. Your resilience was forged through pain. But now the universe will test you through elevation, not suffering, through opportunity, not opposition, through abundance, not lack. This is the test after the door opens. When the offer comes, the one that exceeds what you asked for, you will face an unfamiliar form of pressure. Not the pressure of survival, but the pressure of expansion. The pressure of becoming someone who no longer apologizes for wanting more. Someone who no longer shrinks to make others comfortable. Someone who can stand tall in a world that once made you feel small. And this is where the test begins. You will be tempted to doubt yourself, not because you are unworthy, but because this abundance will feel unfamiliar. You may question whether you are ready. You may wonder if this blessing truly belongs to you. You may feel guilt for receiving so much after having so little for so long. These reactions are natural. They are remnants of your old identity attempting to hold on. But chosen ones, you cannot carry your old identity into your new destiny. The universe is asking you to release your attachment to struggle, to let go of the belief that you must earn your worth through suffering, to stop waiting for something to go wrong simply because life once taught you to brace for impact. This is the spiritual test wrapped inside your breakthrough. Can you allow yourself to receive without fear? Can you inhabit your blessings without shrinking? Can you stand in abundance without apologizing? The universe is watching not to judge you, but to guide you. After abundance arrives, you may also face the temptation to prove yourself, to show the world that you made it, to silence the people who doubted you, to flaunt what life has finally given. But chosen ones, do not let the desire for validation dilute your elevation. Your breakthrough is not a weapon, it is a responsibility. Your abundance is not meant to spark envy, it is meant to spark wisdom. This is why humility must remain your anchor, not humility that makes you small, but humility that keeps you steady. The kind of humility that understands abundance is not merely something you receive, it is something you become. You will also be tested in your relationships. Some people will celebrate you wholeheartedly, others will become uncomfortable, and a few may drift away because your blessings mirror their stagnation. Do not chase those who cannot walk beside the new version of you. Elevation always reveals who is aligned with your next chapter. And then there is the final layer of the test of direction. When more enters your life, you must decide who you are becoming. Abundance magnifies character. It does not create wisdom. It reveals whether wisdom already exists within you. It does not create integrity. It shows whether integrity remains when temptation arrives. It does not create clarity. It clarifies what has been quietly growing in you all along. The universe gave you time. Time to heal. Time to learn. Time to rise. So that when this new season arrived, you could walk into it without losing yourself. You are not being asked to be perfect. You are being asked to be conscious. Conscious of your choices, conscious of your energy, conscious of the version of yourself you are nurturing. Chosen ones, understand this truth with deep certainty. The test after abundance is not a burden. It is an invitation. An invitation to embody the person your past pain prepared you to become. You endured trials that tried to break you so that you could now withstand blessings meant to build you. You survived scarcity so you could carry abundance with grace. You held yourself through darkness so you could now hold the light without fear of dropping it. This next season will not test your strength through suffering. It will test your strength through expansion. And you are ready. Not because you feel ready, but because everything you have lived through has shaped you into someone who can handle what once would have crushed you. Chosen ones, the door has opened. Now the universe is watching to see how you walk through it. Part 6. The true transformation that begins after you receive more than you asked for. Chosen ones, when the universe finally releases the blessing that surpasses your initial request, something far deeper than financial gain or material increase begins to unfold within you. The real transformation is not measured by what you receive, but by who you become as a result of receiving it. This is the hidden layer of your awakening. The moment when destiny shifts from something you hope for into something you begin to live. The world around you may appear the same, yet everything inside you will change. You will begin to feel a new strength rising within your spirit, a strength that comes not from effort, but from alignment. For the first time in a long time, your inner world and your outer life will begin to move in the same direction. This alignment is what transforms blessings from temporary moments into lasting chapters. There will be mornings when you wake up with a clarity you did not have before. You will sense that life is no longer pushing against you, but opening, arranging, and guiding you. Decisions that once felt heavy will become lighter. Paths that once felt confusing will begin to make sense. You will realize that the universe does not only grant abundance, it teaches you how to carry it with wisdom. This is when your transformation deepens. You will begin to trust yourself in ways you never could during the seasons of survival. Confidence will no longer be something you force, it will be something you embody. Peace will no longer be something you chase, it will settle naturally into your energy. You will walk differently, think differently, breathe differently. Not because anything external demanded it, but because receiving more than you asked for will awaken a knowing that life was always meant to rise to meet you. You will start choosing differently. You will start dreaming differently. You will start believing differently. And these choices will build the foundation of your new reality. But chosen ones, here is where the shift becomes even more profound. Your relationship with abundance will change. Not from fear to greed, but from scarcity to stewardship. You will begin to understand that the universe does not give more simply to reward you, it gives more to expand you. It gives more so you can step into roles, spaces, and responsibilities that once felt too large for your old identity. You will feel yourself growing into a bigger version of your life, one that honors your journey rather than hides it. You will also notice that your intuition becomes sharper. Every time you choose peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, purpose over distraction, you step further into the version of yourself you were always becoming. The universe will guide you through impulses, impressions, and sudden insights that arrive without warning, but feel undeniably right. These intuitive nudges are not random. They are part of the transformation that abundance activates within you. What once frightened you will no longer intimidate you. What once drained you will no longer interest you. What once felt impossible will begin to feel natural. This is the evolution that occurs when a soul finally remembers its true capacity. And as you continue to grow, you will begin to understand why the universe withheld certain things from you in the past. You will see that if abundance had come earlier, it might have fed your insecurities instead of your purpose. It might have amplified your fears instead of your wisdom. It might have connected you with the wrong people instead of the right ones. Waiting was not a punishment. It was protection, refinement, and sacred timing unfolding with precision. Now, as you hold more than you asked for, gratitude will not be a reaction. It will be a state of being. You will no longer question whether you are deserving. You will no longer doubt whether this breakthrough was a mistake. You will no longer shrink yourself to avoid unsettling others. You will recognize that abundance is not an accident. It is a mirror reflecting the expansion you achieved within. But perhaps the most powerful part of this transformation is the shift in how you see yourself. You will no longer identify with the version of you who struggled to survive. You will no longer see yourself as someone life overlooked. Instead, you will see yourself as someone the universe has been preparing, deliberately, patiently, continuously, for a destiny larger than your early dreams could contain. You will feel your past releasing its hold on you. You will feel your future calling you with clarity. You will feel your present becoming sacred, intentional, and aligned. Chosen ones, this is the transformation the universe intended all along. The moment you receive more than you asked for is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of your becoming. You are no longer chasing abundance. You are embodying it. You are no longer waiting for blessings. You are walking in them. You are no longer questioning your path. You are stepping into it with purpose. This is what it means to enter the destiny that was once delayed but never denied. Part 7. Why you were chosen to receive more than you ever dared to ask for. Chosen ones, now we arrive at the deepest truth of your unfolding journey. The reason you, among so many others, are stepping into a moment where someone agrees to give far more than you originally requested. This is not coincidence. This is not random generosity. This is not merely a fortunate event. This is destiny revealing itself after years of silent preparation, invisible shaping, and spiritual endurance. You were chosen for this moment because you carried what others could not see. You endured what others could not survive. You kept walking when your spirit trembled. You stayed open-hearted even when the world tried to harden you. You continued to hope even when hope felt unreasonable. These qualities are not common. They are rare, sacred, and woven only into the souls who are destined for greater paths. And though life tried to convince you that your gentleness was weakness, your patience was naivety, or your resilience was futile, the universe saw everything. It took note of every battle you fought alone, every tear you wiped quietly, every moment you held yourself together while no one noticed. You were never overlooked. You were being observed. You were being measured. You were being refined. The universe was not waiting for you to be perfect. It was waiting for you to be ready. And now you are. There is a reason the blessing coming toward you surpasses your initial request. It is because your spirit has expanded beyond what your mind once believed was possible. You grew in silence. You evolved in darkness. You healed in seasons that gave you no applause. You became someone who no longer seeks validation, who no longer compromises their worth, and who no longer begs for the bare minimum. The universe rewards souls who rise without an audience. That is why the offer will exceed your expectation. It is the universe returning everything you gave multiplied. It is the universe acknowledging that for every moment you received less than you deserved, you are now being given more than you imagined. This is not excess. This is restoration. But there is a deeper layer still. A reason that goes beyond circumstance, beyond logic, beyond anything your past life could have predicted. You were chosen because your story needed to change direction. Not quietly, not gradually, but dramatically. You were chosen because your life carried a purpose that cannot be fulfilled through small breakthroughs. You were chosen because what you will step into next requires elevated resources, elevated confidence, and elevated alignment. Your future demanded a turning point, and the universe answered. You may not have realized it, but every hardship was preparing your character. Every delay was strengthening your patience. Every closed door was protecting your path. Every disappointment was redirecting you towards something larger. What felt like life resisting you was actually life positioning you. And now that you have become someone who can carry abundance with grace, responsibility, and clarity, the universe can finally give you what was always meant for you. There will come a moment, chosen ones, when this truth washes over you with a force you cannot describe. A moment when you understand that you were never behind. A moment when you realize that you never lost anything. You were simply being aligned with something greater. A moment when you see your old struggles not as punishment but as preparation. That moment will break you open. Not into sorrow, but into recognition. Not into fear, but into certainty. Not into doubt, but into destiny. And as you stand in that realization, something extraordinary will happen. You will feel a profound sense of identity returning to you. A knowing that you were never ordinary, never forgotten, never abandoned. You were chosen, shaped, stretched, and elevated for this very season. This is why the blessing will exceed your request. This is why the offer will surpass your expectation. This is why the abundance coming toward you feels unreal. Because it is not just a financial breakthrough. It is a spiritual coronation. It is the moment your past and your future finally agree on who you truly are. You are the one who held on. You are the one who kept believing. You are the one who refused to collapse. You are the one who walked through fire and still remained kind. And so the universe has decided. You will not only receive what you asked for, you will receive what your destiny requires. You will be given more because you have become more. Chosen ones, this is your turning point. This is the unveiling of your next chapter. This is the moment your identity aligns with your destiny. You were chosen, and now the universe is showing you why. closing, the moment your destiny finally steps forward. Chosen ones, as this message reaches its final breath, understand one truth with absolute certainty. You have arrived at a crossroads in your life where nothing that comes next will resemble what came before. You are standing in the silent glow between who you once were and who you are now becoming, and the universe is preparing to open a chapter that was written for you long before you even had the strength to imagine it. What is moving toward you is not merely a blessing. It is a transformation that will ripple through every corner of your existence. Everything you have endured, every hardship you carried, every disappointment that tried to crush you, has led to this moment of alignment. Not to punish you, not to humble you, but to elevate you. You were shaped in the shadows so that when the light finally arrived, you would recognize it as yours. This is why the blessing coming toward you surpasses your initial request. It is not generosity. It is justice. The universe is bringing restoration, not compensation. Elevation, not replacement. Transformation, not temporary relief. And now, chosen ones, you must understand the magnitude of what is unfolding. When someone agrees to a value far beyond what you asked for, it is a sign, a declaration, that you have stepped into a new timeline where scarcity no longer governs your decisions and fear no longer chains your potential. This is the universe confirming that the version of you who once doubted their worth no longer exists. You have risen into someone capable of receiving what once felt impossible. Feel the depth of that truth. Let it sink into every part of your being. Because in the days ahead, there will come a moment, quiet, intimate, unmistakable, when you will realize that your life has already shifted. You will look back at everything you survived and understand that none of it was random. You were being sculpted, refined, strengthened, and prepared for a path that would have crushed you had it arrived earlier. Every wound became wisdom, every delay became direction, every setback became structure. The universe has been building you into someone who not only receives abundance, but protects it. Someone who not only steps into destiny, but sustains it. Someone who not only experiences breakthrough, but becomes the embodiment of breakthrough. In this closing moment, chosen ones, allow yourself to feel the weight lifting from your shoulders. The struggles that once defined you will no longer have a voice in your future. The fears that once guided your choices will no longer shape your direction. The doubts that once echoed in your mind will no longer silence your desire. You're walking into a season where the universe responds to your energy, not your anxiety. Your becoming, not your brokenness. Your alignment, not your old identity. And now that you have grown into a version of yourself that can hold abundance with grace, humility, and clarity, the universe can finally entrust you with the magnitude of what was always meant to be yours. So hear this, chosen ones. Deeply, fully, without resistance. You are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into alignment. You are not stepping into chance. You are stepping into destiny. You are not stepping into more than you deserve. You are stepping into exactly what your spirit has evolved to receive. The universe is not giving you extra. It is giving you what was delayed. It is giving you what you outgrew your suffering to reach. It is giving you what matches your new frequency, your elevated identity, your awakened purpose. As this message closes, let your heart remain open. Let your spirit remain steady. Let your path remain clear. Because the blessing you're about to receive will not only change your circumstances, it will change your story, your confidence, your direction, and the way you inhabit your own life. Chosen ones, this is the end of the waiting. This is the end of the wandering. This is the end of carrying a destiny you were never allowed to step into. Your future is no longer approaching. It has arrived. Walk into it. Not with fear, not with hesitation, but with the knowing that the universe has finally said, "Now."